Hi everyone, Mantic Mystic. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's get a reading in for the week of January 26th to February 1st. All signs here, all zodiac signs. Each sign will get messages towards the end of the reading. But let's do a general reading, general themes for the week. We are officially in Aquarius season. We have endurance. So the energy is shifting though. So this says, don't stop, keep going. Your persistence will pay off. You're almost there. Commit to your dreams. I feel some of you are going to be getting messages through your dreams this week, or maybe messages that are more clear. You'll come to this. It feels like there's going to be mental breakthroughs. It does feel like a week of that. Okay. So let's see what else we have. Kind of like straightforward thinking, I guess. Yeah. I'm hearing right now too clairaudiently, like you're laying down the hammer. So some of you may be really, getting to the bottom of things, and really, it could be a week too where you're setting boundaries, and just be mindful too of not overcommitting. You don't want to be overcommitting this week. I'm feeling that energy for the week ahead. Let's see what else we have. Closure. Some of you closing the door on something that just isn't working. Okay, it could be a relationship, could really be anything. And on the card, it says sometimes the only closure you need is understanding that your soul deserves peace. What else do we have? We'll pull angel cards, animal cards, cards relating to love, to money, all of this stuff. Curiosity and family. So this is about surrounding yourself by people you love, who love you, and letting it be a circle of strength. And we have reclaim your curiosity here. Have a little fun. Don't take things so seriously. Yeah, it feels as though a lot of these weeks have been lately kind of just mixed energy, and that makes sense. There's a lot going on, and January can be a funny month for people. There's like pressure because it's a new year, and there's also, depending on where you are in the world, that sort of winter cabin fever might be kicking in too. I know my southern hemisphere friends, though, you're having a nice summer, right? Or I don't know if it's nice, but you're having summer. Okay. All right. And we have wealth here. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Wealth can be lots of different things. Doesn't just have to be diamonds and monies. All right. So new financial opportunities will help you achieve long-term success. Some of you could be avoiding, or not avoiding, but something that's been that's felt pretty stagnant or stuck. It feels as though you're wanting to just throw in the towel. That's what it feels like. But you have that endurance card, so we'll see what the cards have to say, right? And of course, always use your own intuition. You have free will, final say. Your intuition knows best. This is the colorful neon tarot deck, and it does not have an author listed on it. Here's the box. There we go. Nothing. Don't even know where I got it. So let's see, what do we have? I really liked the colors, so found it in my drawer today. Oh, okay, let's use that. What do we have? We have the Four of Cups. All right, so with the Four of Cups, you can see this person is definitely less than interested in that cup coming in. But, that is an Ace of Cups coming in. So it's like they're wanting to quit, maybe give up. They're closed off. Maybe some of you are feeling kind of closed off, and just like you've been giving too much to something that's not maybe paying off. Let's see what else. But it's saying, this card right here, it's like, don't stop, keep going. You may have an Ace of Cups on the way, folks. Here we have Judgment here. Some sort of news that you hear could, well, I feel like it's going to bring a lot of clarity. It feels like a week of clarity. Yeah, with Judgment card, it feels like that's going to actually help you be able to move forward with something once you get that clarity. Maybe it involves family or your abundance in some way. We have all of that here. Judgment can sometimes be a wake-up call. We'll see what other cards come out, though. Okay, but it does feel like you're making a final decision here, possibly regarding abundance, life choices, or no, sorry, life purpose. Oh, wow, the Empress. And that's what's underneath family. So it feels like, you could be, I'm actually hearing some of you are about to strike it rich. I'm hearing that. Wow, that's quite a big message, right? And I do report what I get. And sometimes it sounds great, and sometimes it's like, what? But yeah, I'm just hearing some of you could feel as though you're striking it rich, or maybe you feel as though you're about to. Maybe some of you feel like you're about to get this good news, you're about to get this breakthrough. It feels like you're on that sort of precipice of change here. And the advice already coming in though is surrounding yourself with people you love, who love you, who respect you, right? And really walking away, closing the door on whatever is not bringing you peace. If it's disrupting your peace, disturbing your sleep, or that sort of thing, maybe it's time for it to go. There could be a big wake up call when it comes to what you need to walk away from. Let's see what else we have. With the Empress underneath family too, it's being able to put yourself in a good situation for yourself and your family. You could be making some nice renovations too in your home space. Those can be made even with little to no money, just using what you have. Oh wow, you have 3 major arcana cards this week so far. So you have the Lovers card, okay? So we are in Aquarius season. This is fellow air sign energy with the Lovers. What is in alignment with you, with your soul's mission here? Why do you feel you're here? Is what you're doing now, is who you're surrounding yourself with really aligning to your higher calling, your purpose, whatever it is you feel your higher purpose is? Some of us, I always say, like, the whole life, what's your life purpose? Sometimes I feel just the point of our life is to be happy, to continue to grow and learn and be happy, and help others and grow and that sort of thing. And so it doesn't have to be some grand mission, right? Some of us, that's not why we're in this particular lifetime. Maybe thoughts can, of course, opinions can vary, but if you're like, oh, I don't know, what I still don't know, and I'm 47 and blah blah blah, well, maybe it's not about some big grand thing. Maybe it's, like I said, just like living simply, living our peaceful life, and enjoying nature as the Empress would, and close relationships, and that's like a happy life. Okay, and we have conflict here underneath wealth. So there could be just some sort of disagreement. It feels as though it's involving a close relationship, or like a family member even, or a love partnership here. I do feel you're going to be getting a message of inspiration coming in. It could cause these individuals to put their wands down. There's something here that needs to be considered, that it feels as though it hasn't been yet. It just, there hasn't. And I'm getting a name like Levi right now. Or Levitt even. Okay, so you have the 2 of Pentacles coming in again underneath endurance. It's like making that decision. Find your footing here and get grounded before you make that ultimate decision though. Okay, that is what this card kind of recommends. And look, and there's the Hanged Man. So this is a wake-up call week, okay? Judgment, getting clear here with the Hanged Man energy. Okay, be open to the universe surprising you too. Okay, this is also, again, letting go of whatever does not suit you, serve you. And that's interesting that it's underneath that closure card, because that is also about letting go, right? What else? This is the Page of Wands. I said I feel as though you're going to be getting some sort of inspiration, news, perhaps helping these characters here put their wands down and stop fighting. Or maybe it's some sort of inner conflict you've been having about financial opportunities and long-term success and what will build that. And here we have a message of inspiration coming in with a Page of Wands. It's about your abundance that's falling underneath that Empress. What else do we have? It's about being in the flow too, creativity. So you could be getting signals from the universe it's time for you to create, Let's see what else we have. The Fool card, another major arcana card. Look at you. Fool card here coming in. You see the little doggy there. Lets you know you're not alone on this journey. You're not alone. Okay, and if you don't like dogs, it's underneath the curiosity little kitten there. Okay, so this is about taking a leap of faith, right? Take a leap of faith when it comes to making that decision as far as what's going to really do it for you. What's going to make you happy. Some of you are people pleasers, need to get out of that habit. Let's see what else we have. What works for you? The Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady progress when it comes to those financial opportunities, the long-term success, some sort of stable offer possibly coming in after a time of, it feels like after a tumultuous time. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. 2 cards coming out. making the plan, but some of you could be feeling just a little stuck in the planning phase. Feels like maybe you're having a hard time still making that choice. You could be ready for a next step, but still there are challenges when it comes to planning. Let's see, how are we overcoming this? Getting a lot of fire energy. I'm actually hearing something about something being fire roasted. All right, you have the Four of Swords, and this. I asked, how do we overcome that sort of indecision and being stuck in planning phase? Well, these cards both have to do with tuning into spiritual wisdom. So whether it's traditional or it's you going on your own here, both of them look like they're in a church or something, right? So not that you have to go to a church, but it's whatever brings you the most spiritual wisdom and clarity is where you should go, right? It's going to be different for all of us. It feels like the way to move ahead is to, well, like you also have that Hanged Man, right? The way to overcome that indecision is to get in sort of that what have you learned along the way, as far as in a spiritual way? What are some spiritual lessons and truths that you've come to realize? And are there some non-negotiables too? Okay, I'm feeling all that off this. Like, are you, maybe it's one thing to be open, but at the same time, you have to do what's best for you and what you know to be spiritually sound. That's the term I'm hearing right now. It's what's spiritually sound. So some of you may be feeling as though there's work or something you want to do, or a relationship, but it's just there's not an alignment when it comes to things really matching up on a deep level. So you could find somebody or a job or something that looks great on paper, but there's that lack, there's that real deep connection. I feel some of you are really looking for that. Let's see. And yeah, okay, you could definitely be turning the tables on that. Whatever, again, there's certainly an energy of closure this week, but it's so that you can have something that's much more suitable for you. I cannot get over how many major arcana cards you have in this reading, but here we are. Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Destiny, but it's turning here, okay? This is really good when it comes to abundance, success, and luck. I'm going to put that right on top of that Empress here. That was to be the final card in the center of the tarot reading. This is incredible. There's a new path ahead for you, though. It does feel that way. Looks like it in the cards. Now, let's see. How can we stay high vibing this week? Sometimes that is hard when we're going through things. Let's see what we have. The one that was on top. We have affirmations. It fell out on top. So it says, we all run negative tapes in our head. Change the tape by telling yourself positive stories. I'm an amazing person. I love my life. Good luck follows me. I embrace my magnificence. I'm a high vibrational being. I create affirming thoughts. I deserve love. I'm joyful and beautiful. You get the idea. So this is having an abundance of self-worth. That could be the key to this whole thing, having an abundance of self-worth, right? Okay, what else do we have? Let's get, well, we're going to do a crystal card for each zodiac sign towards the end of the reading. I'll put a timestamp below. But now let's get some messages if it has to do with career abundance. Good decisions. So this is the choices you make now will take you far. Your plans will succeed. This is amazing. And you have that wealth card here with new financial opportunities helping you achieve that long-term success. And here's another card indicating that the choices you're making now are going to affect you long-term. So you've got to overcome some barriers here. You're more prepared than you realize. You're focused, you're clear, you're taking action. Some of you could be feeling overburdened, though, weighed down in your current environment or community. It says you can't do it all. Trying to do so could result in failure or cause you to miss important details. So make sure you recognize your limitations and focus on reducing your workload at this time. You can't be expected to just do it all. I mean, I know maybe that is what's expected of you, or that's what you feel is expected, but it's just probably not realistic, not long term. If it's to do with love, relationships, any of that, we have mind fog. This is about uncertainty, being mindful of a clouded perspective that could breed confusion. It distorts your perception and crafts an illusion of reality. This is a week to really use that Aquarius, thinking energy there and get clear on some things. Do what you need to do, whether it's step away, back up a little bit, retrace your steps. Again, what sort of spiritual lessons or truths do you do you hold dear? What are some non-negotiables too as you enter into a new chapter of your life? I've suggested people actually write those down, when it comes to a relationship or job. What are your essentials and what are your non-negotiables? They could be the same thing, actually. What else do we have? Galactic Angel. Oh, wow. So you had the Wheel of Fortune and you have karmas at play. So this is clearing karma or cashing in on good karma. This is choosing your actions and choices wisely, though, right? Really feel, get clear. Is the pressure you're feeling to do something right now real, or is that something you're placing on yourself that we need to kind of clear out so that you can be clear? So this is a sign you're on the right path, 7777. This is things manifesting quickly. Yeah, you definitely have a new path ahead of you. I was feeling that before. So I was getting like 10-10 energy, and that's a sign of a new path. All right, let's get you some animal healing cards. If you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. All of that helps. We have Rabbit, Awareness, card 17, Sacral Chakra. 17 would be the star card in tarot. Okay, this is noticing what's happening within and around you. There are hidden gifts and opportunities that will reveal themselves as you slow down and listen. Absolutely a week of hidden gifts and opportunities. Certainly coming through. You got the Ace of Cups here that some of you may not be seeing yet. Make sure you're open and aware. When I have the Four of Cups and I have the Hanged Man together, it really makes me think, like, be open to things coming out, or things coming to be or manifesting in a way that wasn't exactly what you thought, but it could really, really be awesome. Okay, let's see. Now, I do want to get cards specific to each sign and messages for each sign. So we will start with Aries. For the week ahead, Aries. And if you haven't checked out your Year of the Fire Horse readings, I did those. It's all in one video and there are timestamps. Aries, what do we have for you for Aries? Aries, this week is about clear direction, okay? If you're not certain or you feel stuck, the fog's going to lift. Remember, we had mind fog. The fog could lift here. So you may feel like, you need to act quickly, and that could be good. Maybe that is something you want to do. You do want to act with intention, though. There is something coming in that will ignite your passion here with Garnet. So speaking up or taking initiative could open some doors for you, Aries. Have a fabulous week. Thank you for being here. And now we're going to move into Taurus. Taurus. So there could be some sort of expectations that are shifting this week for you, okay? You could realize something's not unfolding in a way you'd planned, right? That's coming in this reading. And for you, Taurus, this is like you're encouraged to be flexible, to adjust, to let go of any sort of attachment that allows that. If you let go of the attachment and you're not in this sort of stubborn fixed energy, it definitely opens you up to something more aligned to take shape. And then you have detox your life, Shungite. Maybe some old ways aren't working in some way, and Shungite can help you detox. Have a great week. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, conversations are key this week. Okay, so there's news, messages, some sort of honest dialogue could bring clarity. A talk with a close friend or even with yourself could help, because you did have that Four of Swords here. So this is about saying what needs to be said, knowing that your words really pack an extra punch, right? They carry a lot of weight right now. So this is making sure that communication is clear. And you have pink opal with it. And this is about being kind to yourself. Watch that self-talk this week. All right, we don't want to manifest things we don't want. All right, we have Cancer energy now coming in. So this is about emotional clarity for you, Cancer. This is about you being able to see a situation more objectively without feeling overwhelmed by the feels, okay? This is a good week to reset some boundaries and make decisions to protect your peace. We have Epido here with Go Deeper. You may be exploring something, just getting much more clarity on it. You may be finding your calm in some way too, I feel. Leo, relationships, center stage for you this week. A lot of truths coming to the surface for you. Intentions could be revealed. There's something here with authentic connections here in these cards for you, Leo. All right, so if there's something imbalanced, that will naturally fade out, and you want to choose authenticity and honesty over anything else, appearances, etc. And you have Let It Go, Smoky Quartz. Have a great week, Leo. Thanks for being here. Virgo, time to simplify this week. It's a good week for like mental, practical decluttering. So streamline your schedule, habits, responsibilities. Small changes, the little things now could create more ease and control as you move forward. We have set strong boundaries, Black Kyanite. There we are. Yeah, part of that decluttering and prioritizing could definitely be setting those boundaries. Have a great week, and thanks for being here. Libra, my lovely Libras, thanks so much for being here. Alignment is everything, Libra, this week. So there's creativity, romance, passion. It could reawakening when you stop with the people pleasing. Okay, that is coming out again. And you have fluorite, find peace within. I love this because I'm a Libra sun with a lot of other Libra placements, and that's my favorite stone, rainbow fluorite, one of them anyway. Find that peace within. Okay, this is about you doing what feels true for you, not what keeps the peace. Your confidence grows when you honor your truth. That's what I have for you, Libra. Thanks for being here. Scorpio, you know, turn that focus inward this week, Scorpio. Home, family, emotional foundations could become more clear. So you're going to trust your instincts, right? You have keen instincts, especially when it comes to your stability. Okay, this is about long-term security. So shift your money and your mindset with Iolite. It's amazing to me how I'll say something and then the card just, it supports it. So cool. I love it. One thing I love about card reading. Okay, Sagittarius, your voice matters. There's a good focus here this week on communication, writing, teaching, anything where you're sharing what's on your mind, okay? There's a message that you're going to be delivering that could have a lasting impact, so you want to be direct, clear, and intentional. And we have schedule yourself in, Ocean Jasper. Capricorn, self-worth for you this week. That's what's being highlighted, okay? So financial matters, personal values could come into focus. So you don't want to sell yourself short, okay? This is a powerful week to renegotiate, set limits, boundaries, realign priorities, align them more to what you truly deserve, right? And Agate, get back into balance. There you go. There it is. That's further supports the message. Have a great week. Aquarius, you get 2 cards. It's your birthday season. This is your reset. So with the sun in your sign, you're stepping into a new version of yourself, okay? You're going to release outdated labels and expectations. Clarity is going to bring the confidence, and others are going to notice that shift and be naturally more attracted to you. Soothe your soul with Celestite and Bloodstone. Get up, get moving. That can help get that energy going, especially if you're feeling stuck in your life in some way. Doing things energetically, getting up, moving, being outside, taking good care of your body, that can help, okay? Bring in what you want. All right, Pisces. You know, maybe possibly have a quiet realization this week. There's insight. It comes privately, okay, without needing any sort of explanation. You're just gonna get it. You're just gonna know. So trust what you're sensing, even if it's not necessarily indicated on the outside yet. Go with that hunch. Rest and reflection are going to help you have a more productive week. And you have Angelite, so support is all around you. That's what I have for you, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic week.